Here's Carl. Hi.
I think I missed the first note.
That stuff happens. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for another edition of Burkes Remedy live at Zeke Cooper on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and just about everywhere else you want to see us. And what's new this week? Oh, the acoustic version of Molecular Circuitry dropped. I put the QR codes up all over the internet on Facebook.
Oh yeah, we gotta
and
get
stuff
that up
like
here.
that. So that's up there for that. If you go directly to Pandora, the two albums show the acoustic version separately from the other. It'll have a slightly different little logo on it, so you'll see that difference too. If you're looking for it, we were listening in my backyard. I'm doing some busking, you call it, basically, is where you don't have power and you're just standing there playing. And at farmers markets and stuff like that, you know, you're outside, you're near traffic, and you got a lot of external background noise that kind of sucks. So I got this nice little Bluetooth speaker, and couldn't believe. I mean, you'll like it. If you like the first, you'll like this even maybe a little bit more. We'll see. But anyways, today we are in the process of working on again the album for this year, South Buffalo Boy, which will be the third one, which will be pretty cool. And maybe down the line we'll do an acoustic version of this too, or maybe just a short EP or something like that. We'll see. Something silly. But yeah, so we're, I am no longer considered obese. The doctor said I now have a BMI of under 20. So I got played out last week. People, especially on the Tennessee region. Took time now, if I play at AMVETS halls and, firemen's halls, and I said, absolutely. So, hopefully generate some more business out of there. And people love the original music. People were walking up. I had the QR code on the thing, and they were coming up and taking pictures with their phones and stuff like that. So, again, it was good. The actual applause I was getting on the original stuff, I think, was as good, if not actually a lot more hooping and hollering than the cover tunes I was doing. So that's always a positive. So the first one, which we already kind of listened to, A Light Still Shines. I think I know, Zeke, where Evan was going with it.
Uh-huh.
But I think what happened is he didn't find the true rhythm of it until about the last
exactly
chorus verse of the song.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is we was just playing around trying to figure something out.
No. I think like I said, that is a song that I had X'd out everything else. I wasn't really thinking about that, and like I said, the good Lord tells me so. I thought those two songs would be something kind of the vein of, I hate to leave you before I go, type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to have, I think, one or two songs in a conglomeration of music like this that are just basically the singer-songwriter. You're hearing his thoughts, which, again, we're going to go back and probably do a lot more of these acoustic too. So,
well, that's the thing, is you're going to have a whole album of that too.
Yeah. So,
I mean, kind of, you, in a way, I mean, you behoove yourself to make it just a little bit different than the pure acoustic one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think anyway. Give someone a reason to go listen to the other one.
It was funny because, case in point, the one guy
That guy.
he took a picture of the QR code and he sat back down
Back to the QR code. Yeah, I gotta go find it.
and he was listening to it, right? And then I did, okay, and here's the title track off the album that I was just talking about, Molecular Circuitry, and I broke into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody gave me a really good applause. Everybody liked it. There was a couple people that were there that were retired medical field people, so they kind of knew where I was going with it, and asked me, "Were you in the medical field?" Yeah, I was, and that kind of thing. So it was nice. There was a lot of people that, if they weren't from South Buffalo, had relatives, grandparents, and parents from South Buffalo, and they were throwing names at me, and a lot of them, like Conrad's and different people like that, I knew, the family pretty good.
Did you check out our new logo up there? How it's like you can actually see the picture of Cooper, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had the logo remade for the stream.
Yeah.
So it's the logo itself is a vector image now, so it can be blown up to any size. It uses mathematics to, so you can use it to like massive signs, like on a billboard.
I
if
like
you
the
wanted to,
I like the
without
little
degradation.
silhouette too. The little silhouette that's there.
The dog, yeah.
Yeah, the dog
The
silhouette's
wolf or
very
dog.
nice. Yeah, wolf. Yeah, dog. Still.
But-
the Coopers.
Cooper. But yeah, so just a note. A much more crisp,
Yeah.
clean version of the logo in a large scale.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
looks
let's.
nice. Looks
So,
nice.
what do we want to listen to first here? You wanted to listen to some stuff.
Let's. Okay, I'll tell you what I would like to start with. Okay, because he did South Buffalo Boy and We'll See, so I'd like to go back and listen to those, and then, I think on those takes he was pretty well right on. So what I have to try to find, because of the differences with South Buffalo Boy and We'll See in regards to the tempos and things, A Good Lord Tells Me So definitely I think is going to fit more into the more of a drum type thing. The Light Still Shines because it is more subdued. Like I said, I hate to leave before I go. I just feel that, if he's going to do it, he's going to have to really pull it back.
Oh yeah.
Very gentle with the rhythm that I'm playing too. Nothing crazy.
Well, that's the thing is you both got to be here if that's what.
Yeah,
you,
and
otherwise
that's
everyone's wasting their time.
No, well, that's why, I wanted him, because I know he hadn't been here for a bit, so I wanted him to kind of get into the groove a little bit, and then, come here today, and then, like, tomorrow we'll hear, be an accumulation of everything that happened in the last week, so we can kind of wrap some stuff up, and then once I know what he's doing, you can give me that on a drive, and then I'll start practicing to what he's doing on the drums as far as the rhythm, as far as my bass goes, because that's what I really want to kind of get that feeling for where he is in his rhythm. So I'm playing.
I don't know. It might be easier for him to be able to just follow you.
Well, okay.
I don't know. I mean, what did you do last time?
It was actually a combination of both. It was, some of the stuff, the bass was down because he couldn't be here, and then he came in and he did the drums. Other songs, he did the drums, and then I came in and I did the bass on them. So I'd have to go back and look at the
Yeah.
exact notes on everything, but...
Well, you guys have got to work that out.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you want South Buffalo Boy.
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Hold up there, Sally. Oh, there. Oh, gotta go back to playback.
I've climbed the highest mountains, and I've swam the deepest seas. Raised my soul up to heaven. I felt the devil take pity on me. Searched so long for all the answers to the questions that been running my life. Too many roads for me to travel down, and I'm praying that I'm getting it right. And I'm hoping that this trying's not in vain now. My heart, my mind, my soul, no simple toys. When the angels come down from heaven, I hope they look out for this out buffalo boy. Too much time now have I wasted on the things you know that I thought were right. Sometimes it's so easy just to be scared of those things that go bump in the night. Somewhere out there in this darkness, I know there's a light somewhere for me to see. 'Cause there's no telling what a man might do to make his soul feel free. And I'm hoping that my trying's not in vain now. This heart, my mind, my soul, no simple toys. When the angels come down from heaven, I know they'll look out for this South Buffalo boy. Sometimes life is gonna trip you up and it will knock you on your ass. Get back up, keep pushing on, and just like time, this too is gonna pass. You know it's gonna pass. And I'm hoping that this trying's not in vain now. My heart, my mind, my soul, no simple toys. When the angels come down from heaven, I hope they look out for this South Buffalo boy. You know that when the angels come down from heaven, I pray they take back with them this South Buffalo boy. And now,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, now South Buffalo boy. And now. That, ladies and gentlemen, was South Buffalo Boy from the South, the sophomore effort of Burkes Remedy.
Turn off the scanner here for
Yeah, breaker 19. There's a 930 going down on a 2750.
just making sure the FBI isn't showing up yet outside.
Yeah, you know, you got to monitor. You got to stay on top of stuff. You never know.
He's a wanted man.
That's right. So, folks, that again, that song.
So, what did you want to? What did you want to do? What was the purpose in you re-listening? What did you have questions about?
Well, the one thing I just wanted to listen to what he did, so now I know where my beat rhythm has to fall in with the bass.
Oh yeah, and that sounded awesome.
Yeah,
that really works.
Yeah, and
that could be the angels are laughing of molecular circuitry.
Yeah, I was kind of.
That seems to be that, and what's the other one? Oh,
Angels Are Laughing.
Angels Are Laughing, and
Hands in My Pockets.
And Hands in My Pockets. Worldwide, that small sample.
Yep.
Across the board, both the most number of people have independently mentioned those two songs.
Yep. No, and it's weird because when I play those, like the songs that I played, you know, within the sets the other night. South Buffalo Boy, I did. Of course, I did Molecular Circuitry. I actually...
definitely going to make it on the best of album.
They liked the one song so much, "Hands in My Pockets," because they were kind of at that time they were all
They were
pretty
throwing
rowdy.
panties at the stage.
They were pretty rowdy. They were sitting there drinking.
Oh, Carl.
It was like the second, third set, and they were already there hammered when I got there.
Mm.
And then these people went back, had dinner, drank more, came out. Some poor guy was sick in the bathroom. It was disgusting. Oh my God. It was disgusting. I don't even want to get into it.
Oh, you suck!
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, except for the rain. It was a good day.
Bring on the rain.
Everything is rain. It's our May has been more like April, and vice versa. I mean, it's like, I thought that there were nicer days in April that there have been in May, where it's 70s. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. We had a couple nice days back to back, but you're constantly on top of, this rain. I'm sick of it. This is the song again I wrote. What, the only completed song I wrote in Texas.
You know it's hotter than hell.
Bring on the rain. The antithesis of your feeling right now.
It is, because really, I mean, you try so hard, and I'm a gardener. If nobody's guessed.
Okay, so you want to
How about
listen
We'll
to this
See?
again, or do you want to
I
go to
think
move
South
on?
Buffalo is good. I know what I need to
Okay.
do with that. And then
All right.
how about We'll See? Let's listen to that.
Oh, screw it.
Sometimes I'm wishing something would ease the pain. Yeah, make the world much
This is
greener.
older mix.
What we need is rain, bring on the rain. Let the angels cry, bring on the rain. We all could breathe a sigh. It's so dry, my brain is fried. I'll probably go insane. There's no telling what we might.
Yeah, get rid of that. But maybe replace it with the actual final version.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You know it's hotter than Valhalla. It's brighter than the sun. And I'm wishing and hoping for the rain to come. People looking tired and trees are falling down. You know that insects are alighting and the birds won't make a sound. Sometimes I'm okay.
Bring on the rain.
Here's a little song called "We'll See."
And now a song called We'll See.
We'll see.
We'll.
Oh, we never finished the vocal on this.
The what?
The vocal. Hold up a second. Let me see. There we go. Okay, yeah, we never finished the vocals on this.
Are you kidding?
No, it's just a single vocal. This is just your prototype vocal.
Oh,
I think we were supposed to come back.
that's right.
There were like 2 or 3 songs we still had to redo. Like,
Okay.
We had to finish the vocal on. But here, let's listen to it now.
Yeah.
We'll see. 1, 2, 3.
Guitar was good though.
I
know I got to get over the mountain before this mountain gets over me. Lost my soul so many times between the devil and the deep blue sea. Few times you know I've been a savior.
Yeah,
More than
you were just getting over being sick.
I've been a jerk. Most
Yeah.
of the time, you know, I spent it working for the man, giving him his money's worth.
But it does have a
But you know
raspiness
the
to it,
devil looked down on Jesus. Said, funny how the tables have turned. You're down there and I'm up here. Now you're gonna find out what it's like to get burned, and then we'll see. You know we'll see. Well, apple, peaches, or pumpkin pie. I guess it's all a matter of what you like best. I'm sick and tired of running through this life. Yeah, I feel like it's some kind of test. Well, answers, I've had some right, Lord, and others I know they've been wrong. I know it's true what a blind man once said, it's always darkest before the dawn. Sometimes you know you're getting sick and tired of this life. Feels like you're sitting on some kind of fence. One side it's so crystal clear, and the other don't make no sense. We'll see. You know we'll see. Don't know if there's a moral to my story, if there's even a moral at all. I know you gotta watch the steps you're gonna take. Can't be so sure how far you're gonna fall. I'm wondering, where do the strong go when the meek inherit the earth? Do the meek get strong doing what they're told? Is it destined at our birth? I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this life. You know I gotta try, make it above the struggles and the strife. Maybe someday get my shit together. Maybe do something with my life. I guess we'll see. Yeah, no, we'll see.
Yep. That was pretty darn good right there, I don't mind telling you. It's pretty nice. Pretty darn nice. Uh-huh.
People on the internet, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right! Yes!
Yeah, I thought that.
All right.
I think that definitely that was that's a keeper. Definitely a keeper.
Just a second. We got Billy on the phone.
Oh no.
on his way.
Of course he
See,
is.
He missed yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday would have been a perfect day.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? These crazy kids.
Oh, my God. All right, what's next?
Let's listen to let's listen to A Light Still Shines again. I think the guitar. I like the vocal on We'll See though, even though my voice was a little raspy.
Yeah, you should do it the same way.
I'm gonna pretty
style
much
is good.
style. I'm gonna style it the same way. Yeah.
You're stylized there.
Yeah.
Very stylized.
Yep. That sounds good. I like that. Or maybe that could be the next album's title. We'll see.
Uh-oh. You know, we're just dropping songs like flies.
Well, we're working on like 16 different songs here, so it's like I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, I want to see
Possible.
what he did on A Light Still Shines again.
All right, light still shines. D. Remedy. SSB. SBB. The light still shines. Here we go.
It's hard to be unclouded when the storms surround you tight. When the air it seems so thick, hard to tell if it's day or night. When reality
He's gonna,
is
yeah, we
illusion.
can stop.
The truth.
Yeah.
He's starting out. And I'm gonna have to sit down with
Well,
him.
you should listen to it through because this was like him trying different things out. So,
All right. Okay.
so
All
give
right.
it a chance before you get 30 seconds in.
No. Well, I is all so fake. Your thoughts are pure confusion, and decisions are hard to make. But through it all, light still shines to guide you on your path. It seems to part the waters like the rising of the staff. Seems like a miracle, like the water into wine. Through it all, a light still shines. We've all had high and low spots from the day of our first breath. Some all but scratch the surface, and some we can barely take the depth. How we torture our own. Oh, light still shines. May hope fall down. May hope fall down.
Hey, take it back. The whole thing's the same.
Yeah.
Thinking of the other song. I
Yeah.
was waiting for it to change. Okay, what were you saying? then?
He doesn't, and because when I listened to it before, he doesn't pick up the rhythm completely to literally the last verse and bridge at the end. He
Let's see
finds
what
it somehow, because what he was doing is he was going too fast or he was going too slow.
Yeah.
And then he finally found.
It was off a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's just off by like a split second. It's not off by much, but that's tomorrow.
Well, that's what, you know, it's hard
I'll
to...
sit down with the guitar
Yeah.
and I will play it through with him, so he can go ahead and I'll say, okay, when you hear this note, this is where your rhythm needs to be. So I'll give him the notes that he has to kind of
Yeah,
follow.
he's like, yeah, he what he played would have been perfect for a metronome.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which, if we were playing
Yeah.
to it, then it would work. But
Yeah.
that's what makes it difficult doing
See,
this stuff.
and I've worked with a lot of different drummers and percussionists and stuff in the past, and it's somewhat difficult, okay, for some drummers for acoustically driven music where I'm doing, and I have guitar players tell me this. They'll hear a note constantly ringing out, but all these other little things happening at the same time. And that's just my style of playing now. And I'm trying, and some of the songs, I'm just going to strum it. But some of the songs.
Well, this is a perfect example, I think, of why you laying down the bass at the giving him a proper beat to the song would make things easier all around. Because that's the bass is basically doing the same kind of thing to a certain extent
Well, it is.
in its own way.
If you're a bass player that plays the bass, but I'm a guitar player that plays the bass, so I look at it a little bit differently than, say, a bass player. What I'm trying to do is, and I'm trying not, again, to make it sound anything like what we did before, is I want to step it up and actually do some lead bass parts.
Well,
Okay?
yeah, and you'll find breaks for that.
So I'm like, like in that South Buffalo Boy where I do that little break with the little guitar, I'm gonna be backing that up on specific notes.
Well, that's the
on the
thing, though.
bass.
Is to that
So-
extent, if you're laying all that out in advance, then Evan can have a break
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
already pre-arranged in the song that he's now planning for an an outro and an intro
Yeah.
for.
Well,
So I don't know. I'm starting to lean towards be all around. It seems like a better idea because the bass line is going to be very close throughout most of the song to what your rhythm is going to be and what the drums are going to need to be next to.
Mhm.
So I mean, if he continues to have an issue riding up and down, that might be a way to solve it.
Okay.
I'm just thinking because the
Well-
rhythm is mobile.
Yeah, and like I said, some of the songs are going to be a little bit more subtle than the ones on the last one, and these are the ways that he's
Well,
going to
yeah.
have to.
Should be a lot more subtle. Some of the other ones were pretty rocking.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what I mean. I mean, I want him to find his niche, and
Well, yeah, I mean, he basically played the snare drum and a light cymbal all day last week. So he's pulling it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like
He's
I said,
tried.
I think with me here too, helping him like I've had to on some of the other songs, just the actual cues. So I'm actually giving him physical cues. Okay, now, and okay, cut or whatever, and
Yeah.
and that's what's helped in the past. So
Well, yeah, you also at the same time have to, say, maybe I like those two instruments being used out of all of that you have, but do it in this way.
yeah, yeah.
Put some positive at the front end and then
yeah.
follow it up with
Yeah.
change this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, absolutely.
I mean, so there's somewhere to start from
Yeah.
or start over from.
Okay, now the other one you said was The Good Lord Tells Me So?
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah, you said he did drums on that too.
So you must have written down something I said last week. Then let's find out.
You said there was two songs, The Light Still Shines and
The two were Dancing on Moonbeams.
Oh,
and
Dancing on
Light Still Shines.
Moonbeams. Okay. All right, let's listen to Dancing on Moonbeams then.
Okay.
Because I know that's a more faster paced. Some people say that I'm crazy. It's all in their brains. They think they know what it's like to be insane. If you haven't been there, tell me, how do you know? Do you let it die? Do you help it grow? I'm wondering now what they're saying. Yeah, what it's about. Should I be like a mouse? Do I scream and shout? Dear Lord, some answers will you send me? I want to live, I want to grow. I need to be there so I know. Feels so good, it's like I'm busting at the seams. Sometimes I feel like cutting loose. Don't think I can take too much more abuse. Somewhere, somehow I know I'm fulfilling all our dreams. Or am I dancing on moonbeams? This world is constantly changing. Some's good and some's bad. Some things they make you so happy, and some drive you mad. The things you love and trust, you know they go and let you down. If life's a circus, I guess I'm its fucking clown. How much time have I wasted? It's hard to explain. Sometimes you know it's so easy.
There's parts of
Stop
it
and refrain.
that I like, and there's
know
parts of
we're
it that I think
gonna
can be reined in.
all this shit somehow. I wanna live, I wanna grow. I need to be here so I know. Feels so good, you know it's like I'm busting at the seams. Sometimes I feel like a cutting loose. Don't think that I can take too much more abuse. Somewhere, somehow I know I'm fulfilling all our dreams. I wanna live, I wanna grow. I need to be here so I know. Feel so good, it's like I am busting at the seams. Sometimes you know I feel like I'm breaking loose. Don't think that I can take too much more abuse. Somewhere, somehow I know I'm fulfilling all our dreams. Or am I dancing on moonbeams? Am I dancing on moonbeams? Whoa. I agree. There was a couple spots he got lost, and he definitely, when he did kick in, I believe that he should have started a little bit sooner, just more subtly. When I start, some people say that I'm crazy, just very subtly, and then when I start breaking into that first chorus, then like he did, he came right in and bam, nailed it. And then he was doing great. He slowed down a little bit in the one spot, which is probably what you picked up on, because my rhythm on the guitar didn't change, and it doesn't change really until I get to the part where I slow down, and then that part he did great too towards the end. And the timing at
That's
the end.
the thing, is what me and him were talking about is this is a good start. This is a good, this is in the right direction.
Yes.
But I'm thinking, and we talked about this a little bit too, is I'm thinking maybe at least one less of the cymbal ride-outs, like one less section with that.
Yes.
Save that. And what I'm thinking overall, like you said with the build-up, this song builds on itself. The lyrics do as well. I mean, you get angrier and angrier. You're calling him, what am I, your fucking clown?
Yeah.
At that point, he should bring out everything. Bring out all the guns and fucking rock it. But up to that, he's got to build slowly.
Yes.
So that, so that it's, that it rides with the story.
Well,
So that the anger is, equal.
I will tomorrow. One of the
That's
things
my thought.
I will emphasize is remember the terminologies. Less is more. Remember that when I tell you at this part, less is more, and you build up, and then we get to this part, and then we're gonna get quiet a little bit here, and then we're gonna go balls to the wall. And when I mean balls to the wall, like you said, you bring everything out, and you friggin' play it, and that's what we'll do.
And we may have to, as we go, as we build out, we'll find, okay, I like this part of this one, so include that.
Yeah.
And you'll get to a point where you get to that, and you may have to play through like 5 times to get up to the end point, and then now we're figuring out the end point kind of thing, So, I mean, it's going to be a tough song to do, but I think that it's got a ton of potential. I think it can really sound really cool.
Yeah. No, I definitely think that he definitely was going in the right directions. It's just like I said, a couple spots, his tempo dropped off a little bit, and but the timing, I gotta say, as far as the timing though, it was really, really, really good. I mean, that I gotta say, the timing was good. Like I said, if he had just, instead of doing nothing for the first, 30, 40 seconds of the song, just started just a little bit, because I'm playing the guitar. So, but I mean, like I said, tomorrow, these are the things that we'll go over, and we'll, I think now, he'll, once, now that I've heard it, we'll definitely go ahead and he'll have a better idea which direction he wants to go, definitely.
Let me try something real quick. Get in there. This is it. There might be a break in here that we can do this real quick just to see. Oops. That might be close enough. Let's see.
So everybody out there on the internet, how you doing? It is a Wednesday, or as we like to say here in the U.S., hump day.
Okay, here we go.
And here we go.
I took out the first section manually.
Okay.
And there's a break there, and that's where it starts up.
All right.
The drums take a break right there. There's a natural silence.
Okay, cool.
So we'll see how that works.
Yeah. Give her a try. Some people say that I'm crazy. It's all in their brains. They think they know what it's like to be insane. If you haven't been there, tell me, how do you know? Do you let it die? Do you help it grow? I'm wondering now what they're saying. Yeah, what it's about. Should I be like a mouse? Do I scream and shout? Dear Lord, some answers will you send me? I want to live, I want to grow. I need to be there so I know. Feels so good, it's like I'm busting at the seams. Sometimes I feel like cutting loose. Don't think I can take too much more abuse. Somewhere, somehow I know I'm fulfilling all our dreams. Or am I dancing on moonbeams? world is constantly changing. Some's good and some's bad. Some things they make you so happy, and some drive you mad. The things you love and trust, you know, they go and let you down.
Okay, yeah.
So I already know. So what I'm going to do is I already know the direction we're going to go with it for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to say, when I start playing the guitar parts in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
you just keep tapping in the rhythm, the hi-hat. So you'll get that. Then when I start singing on the snare drum, just that together along with the cymbal, just like a click, 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 click. And then, boom. Then
Oh, okay. So
ride
fill
that-
the beginning part with some of that.
because that's going to
Okay.
help him build his
Yeah.
rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
so he has
I
the
like
rhythm through the whole thing. So I mean,
Oh,
that's what
that's a great
and,
idea.
And,
Awesome.
and I think that will also I got an itch. I also
Scratch it.
I did. I think yeah, because like I said, everybody when they're when they're playing percussions and drums and stuff like that, everyone's mind thinks differently. You know, you know, and it's I want him. I don't want him. I want him to be responsible for writing. I'm just going to give him direction.
Yeah.
He's writing the drum parts. I'm just giving him, as a conductor would,
Sure.
with other, and okay, listen, okay, when he's hitting the G, okay, I want you to hit like that E G flat at the same time type of thing. So the two things now are similar but slightly different. So it's like you've created a chorus with the instruments. You know, and I understand music theory. I mean, I've never taken music classes per se. I don't know how to
Okay.
read music, but I know the notes in
grade
my
school.
head.
Second grade.
I know notes in my head, so
I was all county solo.
Were you?
Yeah, as a soprano.
Look what happened.
I did Shall We Gather by the River.
Shall we gather by the river? Shall we gather
Gather
by the
by the
river? Oh, that's an old southern. That's an old southern.
Oh, imagine me singing that in an extremely high-pitched voice.
What was really cool too the other night.
But yeah, all county soloist. Right here.
All right.
What was that? I would have been like fourth grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I had the girl.
Buffalo Bill Cody. And
The
Barry
the
Swolzer.
owner come up to me. I did
Oh, the West was really one.
Angels
You didn't know
Are
I was an
Laughing.
actor, did you?
I did Angels Are Laughing, and then I had she comes up to me and she goes,
What'd you do?
I did Angels Are Laughing because this is my last set, and then I did that, and people were like, encore, encore. So she came up to me and says, could you please, for my boyfriend, because he's really had a tough week, could you do Stand By Me first? And I'm like, I didn't have the words. I remembered the first verse, so what I did is I blew it up on my phone, the second verse, just so I knew, because the first verse repeats at the end.
Yeah.
And I belted that thing out. Everybody went nuts. Everybody was singing along with me. Then I did Brian Wilson by the Bare Naked Ladies. And then my encore was the full version of American Pie by Don McLean. And the pups and stuff came out of the kitchen because it was at the end of their shift, and they sat and everybody was singing. There was like 30, 40 people in the bar just singing their asses off. So it was good to get out there in front of new faces and have them listen to the original music too, because that's really, you know, as I play, I'm trying to do as many originals as I could to cover. So. And songs like Angels Are Laughing, people just love it. They start moving to it. A little Grateful Deadish, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, there is
All right, what's next?
What was the other one?
We forgot the distance between love and hate. So many ways to lose your mind. That's so unkind.
I wanna listen to. I think we have a recording of him working on Dark Side of the Sun, don't we?
Blind yet still my eyes, they see these angels are laughing, laughing, laughing at me. And now they're in my head. They're always dancing on my bed. So many ways to lose your soul, and I think maybe that's their goal.
Yeah, there's something here.
All right. So I hope everybody out there on the internet's having a good day. Excuse me while I stretch.
Hey, you need a break?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just
Yeah, we go to the
stretching.
billboard.
Huh? Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
You don't need to stretch?
I just did. I stretched. Yeah. No, my shoulders. Just because in the back, I told you where I gotta, well, if I ever get the block from here over to my house, that's sitting there. I wanna fill it in where the garbage cans and stuff go. I actually was able to get my air conditioning condensers up out of the ground and pried it up with shovel, and I got some treated wood that I cut to fit under each one, so at least it raised it up about 2 inches. So, and it's actually fairly level too, which I was kind of shocked. This is the Dark Side of the Sun.
There's a bunch of stuff on here.
All right, let's see what happens.
I'll unmute everything. There's some tracks that are muted. Maybe you did a 12 string on here.
Yeah, there's 12
How's the
string.
high sound?
Oh, that's fine. You got 5, 6, and 7.
Try something. That's because the Fishman electronics I put in that guitar, if you go on Sweetwater or whatever, recording process, because that way if we wanted to add something to it, we could. That's all. Post-production. Getting back to the Dark Side of the Sun. So, when I wrote this, problems, you know that I've had a few. Same old situations, yeah, nothing's ever new. Problems, you know that I've had a few. Same old situations, yeah, nothing's ever new. Right is left and the left is right. Happy long as I got a roof over my head tonight. Yeah, 'cause we're spinning into infinity. So pardon the pun. There's no escaping it. We're headed to the dark side of the sun.
dark side of the sun. Confusion, confusion, confusion. Yeah, it's all around. It's all around. It's all around. Feeling also lost, but sometimes I'm feeling found. 8 lives left like a 9-life cat. I don't care much about nothing long as my wallet's fat. It really doesn't matter, 'cause we're all under the gun. So get aboard our starship. We're heading to the dark side of the sun.
That's the muted channel.
Dark side of the sun. Don't care much about nothing long as my wallet's fat.
Yeah, I think you wanted to redo that
baby,
part.
'cause, you know, we can't hide, we can't run. You're gonna have to come and dance with me. Right here on the dark side of the sun. On the dark side of the sun. You can't hide, you can't run. Here on the dark side of the sun. I actually liked the drums that he was doing. One part he did kind of a little bit. The one break. He didn't come back in, like, timing was not off by much, but just you could tell where to get back into the rhythm, because he was off just a little bit. It took him a little bit to get back into it again. But yeah, I don't know what was going on. The 12-string, I wasn't messing with on any controls on it or anything.
Well, here, let's just play that.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be able to recognize what's going on.
How about let's how about the 12-string of the vocal by itself?
Yeah.
Let's do that. And again, I want to thank you folks for hanging out with us here today, and Z Cooper on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and wherever else you want to find us. I'm Carl Burke of Burkes Remedy, and we've been working on South Buffalo.
Hey, Zinlu. Thanks for dropping by.
Hello.
Let's see what we got here. All right, we need. There's that.
Problems. You know that I've had a few. Same old situations. Yeah, nothing's ever new. Problems. You know that I've had a few. Same old situations. Yeah, nothing's ever new. Right is left and the left is right. Happy long as I got a roof over my head tonight. Yeah, 'cause we're spinning into infinity. So pardon the pun. There's no escape escaping it. We're headed to the dark side of the sun. Dark side of the sun. Confusion, confusion, confusion. Yeah, it's all around, it's all around, it's all around. Feeling all so lost, but sometimes I'm feeling found. 8 lives left like a 9-life cat. I don't care much about nothing long as my wallet's fat. It really doesn't matter, 'cause we're all under the gun. So get aboard our starship. We're heading to the dark side of the sun. Dark side of the sun. I got 8 lives left like a 9-life cat. Don't care much about nothing long as my wallet's fat. You just take it easy now, baby, 'cause you know we can't hide, we can't run. You're gonna have to come and dance with me right here on the dark side of the sun. On the dark side of the sun. You can't hide, you can't run. Here on the dark side of the sun. Now that I listened to that with just the vocals, that's pretty much where it should be. I mean, because it's supposed to be in the background, just hanging out a little bit. You know,
okay.
Once we do our final mix, you know, we'll go back like we did before, and we'll be adjusting and things like that.
Yeah, it was muted probably just for you to
Yeah.
get a better listen to something else.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
let me
I-
go back here and
Yeah, no, because I had
Bit of the
it,
sun, so
like I said, it falls within the category of, as far as my timing and everything, that I want with the other guitars. So, because I haven't decided if I'm going to do bass on this or not, but I think I probably will. Because it'll just be basically boom, boom, boom. And this is what I was saying about, you've got one set of notes playing. These other notes are similar, but they're slightly different. Just a little bit. Problems. You know that I've had a few. Same old situations. Yeah, nothing's ever new. That nice harmonic that you hear from the 12 string is nice. You know that I've had a few. Same old situations. Yeah, nothing's ever new. Right is left and the left is right. Happy long as I got a roof over my head tonight. Yeah, 'cause we're spinning into infinity. So pardon the pun. There's no escaping it. We're headed to the dark side of the sun. Dark side of the sun. Confusion, confusion, confusion. Yeah, it's all around, it's all around, it's all around. Feeling all so lost, but sometimes I'm feeling found. 8 lives left like a 9-life cat. I don't care much about nothing long as bad. It really doesn't matter, 'cause we're under the gun. So get aboard our starship. We're heading to the dark side of the sun. Dark side of the sun. Don't care much about nothing long as my wallet's bad. You just take it easy now, baby, 'cause you know we can't hide, we can't run. You're gonna have to come and dance with me right here on the dark side of the sun. On the dark side of the sun. You can't hide, you can't run. Here on the dark side of the sun. So, like what he was doing in the very beginning there, that's a subtle thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way we could bring that volume on his up just a tad? Because you can just barely hear the bass drum, him hitting the bass drum, and the boom,
Yeah.
boom. And then right when we break in, cut back the volume on him a little bit.
Yeah, that can all be done.
Okay, good. Yeah, because I think that overall what he was doing sounded really, really good. We'll let him listen to it tomorrow, and then we'll see if he wants to try to give it another shot. But
Yeah, you should make a list.
that's what I'm
3 or
doing
4
right now.
songs.
That's exactly what I'm doing right here in this book. Problems, you know that I've had a few. Same old situations, yeah, nothing's ever new. Problems, you know that I've had a few. Same old situations, yeah, nothing's ever new. Right is left and left is right. Happy long as I got a roof over my head tonight. Yeah, 'cause we're spinning into infinity. So pardon the pun. There's no escaping it. We're headed to the dark side of the sun. Dark side of the sun. Confusion, confusion, confusion. Yeah, it's all around. It's all around. It's all around. Feeling all so lost, but sometimes I'm feeling found. 8 lives left like a 9-life cat. I don't care much about nothing long as my wallet's bad. It really doesn't matter, 'cause we're under the gun. So get aboard our starship. We're heading to the dark side of the sun. Dark side of the sun. about nothing long as my wallet's bad. You just take it easy now, baby, because you know we can't hide, we can't run. You're gonna have to come and dance with me right here on the dark side of the sun. On the dark side of the sun. You can't hide, you can't run here on the dark side of the sun.
Okay, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I think it'll all come together. That's pretty much
I
it.
think once we give that once he's here, get his opinion, you know, what he thinks, if there's something that he thinks he may want to change. But I mean, I think overall that's
pretty
really
much
good. Yeah, that's good.
Just needs
That's
a little
good
finesse here and there, maybe
let me see.
at the most.
One other one here. Give me a second here.
Okay.
But didn't he try doing drums on something else too?
I'm sure.
I'm just trying to think what it was.
I imagine. Let's see here. Old Man's Eyes, maybe.
Yeah. Let's
I thought that was a dead song at the moment, though.
Old Man's Eyes
Oh, not Old Man. I'm thinking of In My 67th Year.
in my 67th year. Yeah.
Let's see if he did Old Man Eyes. Old Man Eyes.
Old Man's Eyes.
If old acquaintance be forgot.
It's not quite like that, but close.
No drums here.
No drums. Okay.
No, yeah, drummy drum.
Do
So make a mark that we want drums there if you want drums there.
Yes. Well, you know what? I'm going to talk to
Or
when he's
percussion.
here tomorrow. We'll go through everything with him,
Okay.
and that way he can mark notes and stuff like that
Let's see
too.
What else we got? Cancel. Why I won't default to what I wanted to default to.
Was there anything else that he worked on when he was here last week besides those two songs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I'm looking for the rest of it.
Okay.
See if we've got anything else here. Walking and Crying. Didn't Will C have something?
Yeah, I do have something that he did. We'll see. He did drums
didn't
on
we
it.
listen
Yeah.
to that first?
Yeah. We listened to South Buffalo Boy and then that one. Yep.
Okay, so that
Yeah,
one's already,
I got
we
that
already
here
checked that.
on the list. South Buffalo Boy, We'll See, A Light Still Shines, Dark Side of the Sun, and Dancing on Moonbeams. We'll go through all those tomorrow with him.
Oh, we still have to do Molly, Megan, and me, and I Want Texas for Christmas.
I know.
And Look From Within.
Look From Within, I thought we did back in
Did we? Let's listen to that then.
April.
That's a newer one, isn't it?
It's actually not. Look From Within, I
Well,
wrote.
newer to us.
To us, as far as songs being recorded, yes. A lot of these are, yeah.
Or playing.
Just in general,
Locally.
yes.
Let's see here.
Yeah, 'cause that we did on
Look From Within 1.
424 we did
Why
it.
is there a 1 after that, I wonder?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
So many roads to choose. Sometimes I've tried to clear my head, but I just can't chase them blues. Waiting and wandering, looking for a sign, praying for almost anything to try and ease my mind. Can't fumble with the past, 'cause the future's almost here. I know I gotta hold on tight to the things that I hold dear. Fighting for my sanity, and it's a war I hope to win. When will all my hurting stop? Better look from within. Look from within. Well, you know I love my family and I got a lot of friends. And sometimes I'm wishful thinking that my time on earth won't end. And other times I'm singing a tune you know so well. Yeah, I pray that there's a heaven, 'cause sometimes on earth it's hell. Keep on loving oh so hard, but my heart it still feels lost. There's no way I'll sell my soul, that's much too great a cost. I know I'll never be a saint, so Lord forgive me for my sins. Lead me to your pearly gates. Help me to look from within. Look from within.
This might be good for a horn solo, this big break.
That's what I got marked here for sax. That's what the one I think you put on that it means.
Oh, okay.
Because I've got it, the sax in the last column, Dark Side of the Sun, Almost Dead, Life Goes By, Walking and Crying. Such a crazy race. I wish the world would just slow down, move to a slower pace. All the children growing up and my friends are getting old. I hope we've learned a lesson from those prophecies foretold. May all your days be happy. May all your dreams come true. May all you do unto others as you'd have them do to you. Remember that there may be times you go take it on the chin. Pull that strength from deep inside. Look from within. Look from within. Look from within. Look from within. So many roads to travel, so many paths to choose. That's the power of the 12 string right there.
Okay.
Power of the 12 string. That right there was perfect just by itself if we didn't add anything else to it. Because that 12 string, something about specific songs when I play in a higher register on the instrument, which I do on that particular song, up around the 12th fret, and the harmonics that you get out of an instrument like this 12 string here is just unbelievable. It's like, again, you're hearing a note constantly being played, but all this little stuff going on at the same token. So, yeah, I like that. That sounded really good. I liked it a lot. So I could definitely see on that some in that little break, that saxophone in there, and I think that'll be a good rhythm too for him to, Evan
And
to.
what were the other ones?
Oh, the ones. Okay.
Do you have check mark?
Yeah. With the sax, you mean?
Yeah, I just want to double check.
Okay, Dark Side of the Sun.
Okay.
Almost Dead.
Almost found it. Almost found it. Almost found it. Almost found it. Almost dead. Must have been an addition.
Yeah, I've got it on my list as like number 6 or 7.
7 is Be My Friend Tonight. 6 is Long Way to Hell.
Oh, that's right, because we took 2 out. That's why. So my must might be off by a little bit, but it's, yeah.
Which one did you kill?
It would be, well, we got rid of In My 67th Year, and then,
Yeah, that's not on my list, I don't think.
yeah.
So,
It's on here. I got that we recorded on the, let's see, Almost Dead. We did
I
the
remember.
guitar part in February, and I did the
Yeah.
vocal in April.
I'm just looking at your list
Okay.
that you printed out in my book.
Yeah.
So let me add Almost Dead.
Mm-hmm.
You want to listen to that?
Sure.
Okay. Let me make sure we got it.
Yeah, folks, so here in Buffalo, it's going to be dreary and rainy for, I don't know, the next couple days. And I got to find out what's eating my basil. And the squirrels are digging in all my plants, trying to look for places to bury their peanuts and stuff. Which, you know, that kind of irritates me after you spend a ton of money on dirt and stuff. Remember when I remember when it was almost dead. You know I gave it to my love, and it had flowers crimson red. Suddenly you know it's flourishing with blossoms plenty too. Does it grown up by my hand or by my love for you? Someone's found my heart. Once it was dark and cold. You know I got real close once to almost selling out my soul. Good and bad, you know it's everywhere, and hearts are bought and sold. Is it for the love of power or for the glitter of the gold? Sometimes you know I go and scare myself. I hide my head in shame, 'cause the crazier I get, you know, it's like I just don't feel the same. 'Cause I think that the soul is broken up in thirds. One part is for me, It allows my heart and mind to unfurl. Next part's for my woman, 'cause she sets my spirit free. And the last for my creator, yeah, you know the one who made me be. Sometimes you know I go and scare myself. I break right down and cry to say that I'm not my own worst enemy. You know, well, I'd just probably be lying. Well, I remember when it was almost dead. You know, I gave it to my love, and it had flowers crimson red. Suddenly, yeah, it's flourishing with blossoms plenty too. Does it grow now by my hand or by my love? My love for you. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what he does drum-wise on that.
Okay. Add drums.
Yeah, I'm making notes here too, what to go over, what we need drums on.
So we still need vocal for Molly, Megan, me, and guitar.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have long way to hell, do we?
I know I have that on a list. I wasn't really gonna
Let me check, see if I can. I don't think.
put it
I'm
in this
typing it. Let me
batch.
check.
I was gonna save that for maybe the next
Okay, well,
album.
why don't we pare this list down then, the paper list, so I can cross some stuff out.
Okay.
Let me get this solidified.
Okay.
That'll be helpful.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, South Buffalo Boy I've got as number 1. We'll See is number 2.
Is this in the order you intend it to
Well, this is
go in?
in
or
the
is it
order that
just
we've
decide
been
later?
working on stuff.
You just-
So I'm gonna, and that's, you know, something that, again, I want to sit down and
okay, 'cause
kind of, once we get
here.
a final,
Yeah, because we'll see is an add-in too to this list. So, okay, let me start here. We'll start from the top.
okay,
So, let me take my glasses off here. Okay. I get comfortable. Okay, so number 1 is South Buffalo Boy.
correct.
2.
We'll See.
Okay. 2. We'll see. Okay, 3.
Dark Side of the Sun.
Okay. 4.
Try.
4 is 5.
Sometimes You Gotta Roll.
Gotta roll. Okay, 6.
Is Almost Dead.
Okay. Okay, go on.
Lay Your Burden Down.
Okay.
A Light Still Shines.
These are lights that shines. Okay, 9.
Old Man's Eyes.
Ten.
Old Man's Eyes.
9 was Old Man.
Oh, sorry. Too many questions.
Sorry, I'll keep them to lesser questions. Too many questions. Okay, 11.
Dancing on Moonbeams.
Oh, look at that. Okay, only one. I only got to put a 1 on. Okay, 11. Okay, 12.
Good Lord Tells Me So.
Okay. Okay, 13.
Walking and Crying.
Okay, 14.
Look From Within.
Okay, 15.
Man a Drownin'.
There it is. Man a drowning. Okay.
And Happiness Ain't Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, Molly, Megan, and Me, I gotta shorten it. It's too long. There's no way it would be like a 6-minute song. So I'm just trying to figure out. I want to like take verses and break them down and combine them, kind of like so the
What
story.
was the last one?
Happiness Ain't Everything.
Okay, 16. Every thing. There we go.
Yes.
Make it hurt. Okay. But Look From Within is 17 then? Oh, no, that's 14.
Yeah.
Okay, that's down
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Sax.
Yep.
All right. Let's make a mess
Yeah,
of
so
that
there's
page.
like there's
okay,
a
Molly
couple.
Megan Me is out.
Well, not
and
that for this
17.
one. Yeah, for this album.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Well, that's all we're concerned about.
what we were thinking, I was thinking about doing is with the Texas for Christmas, Molly, Megan, and Me, and I maybe there's another kind of song, couple songs that I have that are kind of like holiday related, like maybe something about New Year's, something about St. Patrick's Day, give you that little Molly, Megan, and Me, oh, sure, and don't you know. And then Texas for Christmas, and do like a holiday album, not just necessarily a Christmas one, but something that you could play no matter what, So,
No matter what.
no matter what, no matter where. If you want to hear a Christmas tune,
Well, you can come up with that
play,
concept
play,
album.
play Christmas for Texas.
But we still got 10 songs to whip out.
I know. So, all right. Yeah. Well, that's a start. Oh man. No, because next week I'm gonna bring. I'm not gonna use the 12 string on anything else, so I might take that home tomorrow. Bring the bass over, and then mess with some bass with him. Maybe we can work on some rhythms. Maybe it might be easier doing that than using the guitar. So.
Let's see. Let's pick something out we haven't listened to in a while. Oh, yeah. Where is this?
Did we listen to Walking and Crying?
No, I'm about to fire that up right now.
Yeah, let's listen to that. Hook my eyes, don't need 'em. My legs have no use, I've got nowhere to go. Yeah, life's lost its spark, it's got no meaning. I don't wanna be walking and crying no more. No, I'm feeling older than dirt, my body's straining. I've got parts of me, sometimes you know they don't wanna work. Yeah, I'm just sick and tired of all my complaining. I wish God would take away all of my hurt. Well, why don't you take both my eyes? I don't need 'em. You know my legs have no use, I got nowhere to go. Have I lost my mind? Got no rhyme or no reason. Don't wanna be walking and crying no more. Well, when will our secrets reveal themselves to me? Why do I feel like I'm being nailed to the floor? When, just like a bird, should I be flying? Why should I be walking and crying at all? You know I got me a girl, yeah, she's sweeter than candy. And the way that she loves me, yeah, it's finer than wine. Sometimes I'm feeling guilty when my heart is singing. Wish this kind of peace would soothe my soul and mind. You better take both my eyes, 'cause I don't need 'em. You know my legs are no use, 'cause I got nowhere to go. Yeah, now life's lost its spark, got no meaning. And I don't wanna be walking and crying no more. No, you know I don't wanna be walking and crying no more. No, 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 you know I don't wanna be walking and crying no more. No, 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 no. You know I don't wanna be walking and crying no more.
Walking and
Yeah,
crying.
I could definitely hear some saxophone rolling through that song. Definitely. That gave me goosebumps.
Gave you chills, I bet.
Gave me goosebumps and stuff. God, my hands hurt.
Walking- Yeah, really? Why?
Well, I bought all these bags of potting soil,
Oh boy.
and these things were
Be
sitting.
a guitar player or be a gardener. Do not be both.
Well, you can be both. You just have to be careful.
You're gonna hurt your hands.
Well, it
Here,
actually,
listen. You already did hurt your hands. Listen to you.
I'm-
My fingers hurt. You haven't even played guitar yet.
not today. I did yesterday. So there.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna strain your tendons, your delicate little tendons in
Delicate.
those fingers.
There is nothing delicate about
Those
this.
delicate, tiny
There
little
is
tendons.
nothing delicate about
Those
these.
weak little fingers of yours.
Somebody
They could barely claw their way through dirt without hurting themselves.
But you didn't let me finish. Because what I'm
Babies do
saying
that.
is babies crawl through dirt. Oh my lord. Well, of course they do with parental guidance. You know.
Parental guidance is always suggested.
Yes, never let your children run around and play in the dirt without watching them, please. Have a soul. Be nice to your children. They didn't do anything to you yet. Give them time.
How did you swing this around on everyone else and the children?
I don't know.
Okay, what are we listening to next?
Let's see.
I sound like I'm gray zone warfare and I need a drink.
How about let's listen to The Good Lord Tells Me So.
Okay. Crying. Wait, I want to hear the beginning.
Okay.
What was that? Right at the beginning.
Started July 7, 1958. It was the day of my first breath. Funny how the things in life that make you feel so good, they bring you closer to your death. Wealth is usually measured by the money in the bank, and beauty by the vibrance of the skin. Never really cared about that stuff all that much, but lately my patience is wearing thin, and I know I've caused my share of trouble. Yeah, I know I've eased my share of pain. Not really sure which direction I'm gonna take, but I gotta keep on moving if the good Lord tells me so. Some like the sunrise, some like the way it sets in me. On both I do depend. Gotta keep that balance, you gotta keep yourself on that path, 'cause it's the journey, it's not where that journey ends. Time's like an enemy, it'll come marching to your gate, and quickly it just keeps on moving through. You gotta learn something before it's all used up, before that past is staring right back at you. Well, you know, I've felt so uncertain, and the future sometimes scares me all to hell. Guess for now I gotta do the best that I can do, gotta keep on trying if the good Lord tells me so. When I was a young man, thought that world would be all mine. Now it seems to have gone and passed me by. Hope I find out something about myself, try to be complete sometime before I die. And I can see past the next horizon, and now forever doesn't scare me out so much. When my times are coming, I guess that I will know, and I will be clear then, when the good Lord tells me so. Started July 7th, 1958. It was the day of my last breath.
That's good.
That was very good.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of winners here. I mean, it's in my head. I'm kind of narrowing it down to the 10 in my head. You know, that definitely,
In your head.
that definitely is going to be there. Because, like I said, this is, you know, going to be somewhat more autobiographical. I don't know why I have a problem.
Autobiographical.
Autobiographical, yes. Just graphical. Just remember graphical. Yeah.
Autobiographical.
Autobiographical. Yes.
There you go. Nice job.
Thank you. I try. But, yeah. God, that was almost all the songs. Is there anything we didn't listen to?
Oh, yeah.
Listen here. Did we listen to Old Man's Eyes?
Nope.
Yeah, let's give that a yell. Yeah, let's give that a listen.
And we have 3 versions of Happiness Ain't Everything. We have the regular version. We have the 12-string version. And we have the Happiness Ain't Everything 2 CH Vault. So there's like a 2-channel, I think a 2-channel vocal, maybe. But so there's 3 Happiness Ain't Everythings. One's to save for later.
Okay, let's hear that one.
The Vault,
Or, no, whichever one. I don't care.
12-string or regular.
Let's hear the 12-string one.
Would you like fries with that?
Yeah, and do you still have strawberry frosties?
No,
Oh.
you missed out on that. That's just that ended yesterday.
But I thought strawberry.
We have the blueberry raspberry mix.
Do we?
Blueberry
The blueberry.
frosty. This tastes sweet.
As long as there ain't no dingleberries, I'll be happy.
Jesus Christ! Language.
What? I didn't say anything
Dingleberries. Nasty.
Could have used.
Talking about the poopies.
I could have used the terminology as a hemorrhoid. But
No, you didn't need to do that. You don't need to use any other terminology either. Bleh.
I get down on my knees and pray that heaven helps me
Bet you.
make it through another day in this
This
town.
is autobiographical.
And who knows what tomorrow might bring when happiness ain't everything. Down is up, left is right. Get a grip, you better hold on tight. The black is white and less is more. Heaven waits behind that door, and who knows what tomorrow may bring. Rich or poor, the bad or good, here on earth it's understood. War is peace, and fake is real. Better stay awake. Behind the wheel, you know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow might bring when happiness ain't everything. Yeah, it ain't everything. Life is death, happy, sad, all those things you wish you had. The meek get tough and lovers hate. I'll meet you at the pearly gates. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know that happiness ain't everything. No, 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 no. Yeah, happiness ain't everything. I like that, but I'd like to hear the 6-string version. I have to say my guitar playing on that song was pretty much flawless.
Flawless. Flawless victory.
Yes. Well, people don't understand the 12-string is a lot more difficult to play, especially if you got big fingers.
I think everyone understands that.
Especially if you got big fingers.
You've got twice as many strings.
Yes.
It's pretty obvious it's got to be more difficult to play.
I know. That's why I used to laugh at bass players.
Like twice as
The
difficult.
bass players being, oh, my hand hurts. I go, dude, you
I
got
bet it
4
does from
strings.
digging in the garden.
Yeah, I've been playing a 12-string for the last hour, dude, and you're complaining about playing 4 strings. And I got a bar in my arm. So stop. Just stop crying.
God.
Stop crying.
How many years are you gonna like roll over on that bar on your arm?
Well, it's there. Ain't nothing I can do about it.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
You don't need any crutches.
No, I don't.
Okay, here we
No
go.
crutch for me.
Now I know you're Serbian.
No,
What accent is this supposed to be?
I don't know.
Colonel. The Colonel's something.
Colonel Clinker.
Yeah. It's the guy down the road. I know a guy with the last name Clinker.
I know we do. I wonder how he's doing. Nobody's seen him.
I'm sure he pops in there for lunch. Ooh. Man, that hearing aid.
Down is up,
Oh, there we go. There.
left is right. Get a grip, better hold on tight. Black is
Back
white.
it up. There we go.
I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. Down is up, left is right. Get a grip, better hold on tight. Black is white, less is more. Heaven waits behind that door, and who knows what tomorrow may bring. Yeah, the rich are poor, bad is good. Here on earth, well, it's understood. War is peace, fake is real. Stay awake behind the wheel. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. Who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. Life is death, happy, sad, all those things you wish you had. Meek get tough. Yeah, love is hate. Meet you at the pearly gate. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. You know I get down on my knees, pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. Who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know that happiness ain't everything. No, 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 happiness ain't everything. I kind of like the 12-string version better. What do you think?
I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let's
Well-
try. Let's listen to the last one just for the hell of it.
All right. Well, I gotta go pee quick.
Okay. Well, let me go
So
to the
entertain
studio.
people.
That's what I do. Do you need help? Kind of look like you need help.
Here we go. We're gonna start.
Welcome back.
And here I am, slowly fading back. And oh, look who's here with me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of here, Zeke. So anyways, we're going to listen to Happiness Ain't Everything again.
Oh, yeah, that one.
And
Let's see here.
try to get a feel for it. If it should be on this album or the next one. And maybe entitle it Happiness Ain't Everything.
Every song can't have its own album.
Decisions.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That is right.
You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. 'Cause who knows what tomorrow may brings when happiness ain't everything. Down is up, left is right. Get a grip, you better hold on tight. Black is white, less is more. Heaven waits behind that door, and who knows what tomorrow may bring. Rich is poor, bad is good. Here on earth, yeah, it's understood. War is peace, fake is real. Just stay awake behind the wheel. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. Life is death, happy, sad, all those things you wish you had. Meek get tough, love is hate. I'll meet you at the pearly gate. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know that happiness ain't everything. Happiness ain't everything.
And that was the third version. Because that was definitely different than the other two.
Yeah.
That guitar, that's the version we use. The vocals, the guitar, they couldn't have been more perfect. I don't know if I could redo that again. That was just beautiful.
Well, that's one of the reasons we put that away.
Yeah.
That's a single track vocal.
Yeah. But there's just something about the guitar on that one. It's just like, oh my God. I'm sure we could.
You could redo the vocal to it.
Well, we could, but what we could also do is just add a little effect to it. But I mean, the way I'm playing the guitar is so sultry.
You know
and
I
so-
get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me.
Okay, let me try something here real quick. Let's do a little magic. Okay. Okay. Mix. This. Okay, let's bring that up.
All right.
That's right. That's right. Now I should be aligned. That's right.
There we go.
You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. 'Cause who knows what tomorrow may brings when happiness ain't everything. Down is up, left is right. Get a grip, you better hold on tight. Black is white, less is more. Heaven waits behind that door. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. Rich is poor, bad is good. Here on earth, yeah, it's understood. War is peace, fake is real, just stay awake. Behind the wheel, you know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me
making through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. Life is death, happy, sad, all those things you wish you had. Meek it tough, love is hate. I'll meet you at the pearly gate. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know that happiness ain't everything. You happiness ain't everything. There was a little timing difference with the vocal that time. Is that the effect you put on it?
Let me see. Let's see. I didn't put any timing on it. I put a. There was a. You might notice a change. Let me see. Here, let me play it back and I can turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's called. It was a presence. General presence.
I gotcha.
So it just highlights the important parts of the
Gotcha.
sound. Here, I'll turn it on. Here we go. Playing around here, see what we can do. Get it closer to what the rest of it sounds like.
You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. 'Cause who knows what tomorrow may brings when happiness ain't everything.
You still hearing it?
No, then it sounded like it was pretty much level. Yeah, that sounded pretty good. I didn't hear the effect that time like
No,
it
I
did.
turned it off.
Yeah.
No, there's a whole list of different things you can do that are very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, we were on the middle of the mix and the playback, so the effect would have that delay,
Mm-hmm.
where the
Yeah, it was like just not much, like maybe 1.5, 2 seconds. Cause who knows what tomorrow may brings when happiness ain't everything.
Did you just hear it there?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
What are you hearing?
You can tell there's just like a little bit of it. Somehow it's creating like a delay. It's not by much. It's not by much, but there's just enough that I can hear it.
Latency compensation. Let's see what happens.
Down is up, left is right. Get a grip, you better hold on tight. Black is white, less is more. Heaven waits behind that door.
And who knows what tomorrow may bring. Rich is poor, bad is good. Here on earth, yeah, it's understood. War is peace.
How about there?
That sounded good.
Okay, yeah, there's a selection on the.
Yeah, that sounded good.
To bring the latency down to 0, I guess.
Fake is real, just stay awake. Behind the wheel, you know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring. I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. Life is death, happy, sad, all those things you wish you had. Meek get tough, love is hate. I'll meet you at the pearly gate. You know I get down on my knees and I pray that heaven helps me make it through another day in this town. And who knows what tomorrow may bring when happiness ain't everything. You know that happiness ain't everything. Happiness ain't everything.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
We'll save this for now.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see what we want to do later. Anything else?
No, that's I mean, we got some game, some groundwork now for tomorrow too. So
Well, yeah. Well, you needed to re-familiarize yourself
Sure,
with everything.
Sure. Now that I'm listening to it, yeah, I'll bring the bass over tomorrow. I don't know, maybe I'll take the 12-string home. I don't think I'm going to do any more 12-string. I did the primary songs I wanted to do the 12-string on, and the Dark Side of the Sun. I didn't want to get too crazy like I did on the other one. I wanted to separate it a little bit. So, yeah, so work on the bass parts, guys. And then get the drums rolling, and we get some stuff moving in the right directions, as they say. So
I think this is the only song we didn't listen to.
Through the trees.
Here we go.
There we go.
Wondering what the norm is now.
I like
Does
that.
it really matter? Thoughts are written by poets as these. I hear their words are rustling through the trees. Wondering what the norm is now. Does it really matter anyhow? Standing here with a gun in my hands, I guess I went and killed another man. When it comes between us and them,
Let them sing their funeral hymns. Sometimes you gotta laugh. Sometimes you're gonna cry. You gotta do something in this life before you're going up and die. Sometimes you gotta rock. Sometimes you gotta roll. You gotta do what it takes in this life if you wanna save your mortal soul. Yeah, sometimes you gotta roll. This world, it sometimes it tears you down. Don't speak of things we do when no one's around. Sometimes you're gonna laugh. Sometimes you're gonna cry. Do something in this life before you're going up and die. Sometimes you gotta rock. Sometimes you're gonna roll. You gotta do what it takes if you wanna save your mortal soul. Sometimes you gotta roll. Sometimes you gotta roll. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes thoughts are written by poets as these. I heard their whispers running through the tree. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was a new song by Carl Burke of Burke's Remedy, entitled "Sometimes You Gotta Roll." That's what you gotta do, especially if you're on fire. Drop and roll.
Stop, drop.
Stop, drop, and roll.
All three. Don't skip the first one.
Yeah, don't run.
Drop and roll.
Yeah, stop.
Roll down the.
Stop, and then drop, and then
Roll
roll.
down a hill or something.
Hills are nice.
I
Yeah.
don't know if it'll work.
Well, especially if it's a snowy hill, it'd be nice. Maybe some nice
Okay.
wet grass.
Alright, let's make sure we didn't miss anything. One last look. Last chance.
Yeah, I think we.
You want to go through the old album? You want to listen to the acoustic album? Maybe you should promote the acoustic album a little.
Well, I thought I did earlier, but sure I could.
Well, I mean, I got the QR code and everything.
Okay. Well, no, let's do it. Let's do it. So, folks.
Put your fingers straight down.
I'm working on it. Hold on.
That's right.
I woke up this morning, I was feeling tired and down.
I'll tell you what, you pay for the monitor and I'll run a cable.
That makes me stay here in this town. You know that all my friends and
So, anyways, folks, yeah, this right here, this little QR code here by my guitar, that there is the QR code for the acoustic version of Molecular Circuitry, what you are here listening to right now at this present time.
Move on to the next song. Songs like Molecular Circuitry.
Sure, it's a little song called Molecular Circuitry.
Bring on the rain.
A little song I wrote many years ago, 12 years ago, back
my
in
brain is
Texas.
fried, I'll probably go insane. There's no telling what we might do. Bring on the rain. Bring on the rain.
Surefire hits like Hands in My Pocket.
You know that
Yeah, getting funky.
mind is feeling heavy, 'cause the devil wants my soul. You know that I got both hands on the wheel, and my eyes are on the prize.
And of course,
Everyone's favorite, Angels Are Laughing.
The #1 cult hit. Angels Are Laughing. All acoustic.
Long
Just for
ago
you.
and far away. Not much different than today. We're all scrambling for our lives.
All right.
And again, folks, remember, this is out if you have Pandora, if you have iTunes, if you have Prime Music. It's popping up everywhere for you, so you can go give it all a listen. And please feel free to buy the album. Just saying. That's all. So, and, tomorrow we'll be back at it about the same time, about 2ish. And
Oh yeah, and for anyone watching, tomorrow's show will be a little late. I forgot I have to go get a physical tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So we'll fire up as soon as I get back.
all right, so his streaming show will be a little late, folks. So just And then, like I said, in the afternoon, me and Evan will be back. Then we'll be rocking and rolling and jamming and a-jingling and doing whatever else we want to do. Because we're silly like that.
All of it at the same time.
Yeah, all of it at the same time, probably. More than likely. Because we roll like that.
All right, everybody. Thanks for dropping by and hanging with us. We're going to wrap it up. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you so much again, Carl Burke, First Remedy, Z Cooper in the A, and I'm in B. We love ya. Peace and love always.